With these distinctive legs, Floyd Little could always be identified without benefit of a game program.
I used to go to bed at night and wrap belts around my legs. I had belts around my thigh, belts around my knee, belts around my calves, so I could wake up one day and my legs would be straight. I hated being bow-legged.
Little may have scorned the gams God gave him, but his widened walk made defenders even more upset.
I think my balance was a lot different than guys who did not have that parenthesis in their legs. If you look at some of the times I've been hit from the side and been knocked away, I was able to fall down and bounce up again. A lot of times it takes two arms to tackle a guy with bow legs. If you're running with a wide stance, you can't get both arms around my legs. And it helped in breaking a lot of tackles because a lot of times they've just tried to wrap both legs and they anticipated it to be a lot closer, only to find out it wasn't close. And with the arm strength I had, I was able to knock a lot of people down. So yeah, the bow legs had a tremendous lot to do with my balance and my strength as well, and my leg strength and my power.
In Floyd's first seasons with Denver, these little legs were the only legs that the struggling Broncos could stand on. Number 44 led the team in rushing 7 times, made the club respectable, and became king of the Mile High City. Little's popularity extended beyond the playing field. There was no charity he would turn down, no cause too small for his philanthropic efforts.
Floyd Little, take 3. Action.
Denver is my adopted town. I love it here. It's home. This is where I'm raising my family. This is where I go to school. This is where my roots are. And that's why I'm voting for Denver Water on November 6th. I know that without enough water, there will be fewer jobs and fewer job opportunities. You see, I work here myself. I'm Floyd Little.
No one in Denver was loved more than Little. But beneath his generous public spirit burned a scorching fire of rage that first surfaced when a battery of psychological tests was given by Broncos head coach John Ralston.
So he said, I just got your test results and I'm really concerned about it. I said, well, what is it to be concerned about? He says, well, the test result says that you're a homicidal maniac. Do you know what that is? I said, no. He said, well, my God, I mean, you're probably the #1 guy in our whole organization, and we had no idea that this was your character, your posture. I said, well, what's a homicidal maniac? He said, a guy that could just kill without any feeling. I said, oh, yeah, I'm a homicidal maniac.
Perched atop those bow legs was the soul of a fierce competitor who would never back down from any fight.
I swung out for a swing pass. I was not even in the picture at all. And I was watching the ball in flight. And a linebacker came up and he hit me so hard. He knocked me back maybe 6 yards, and it was like head over heel over heel. Busted my face mask, busted my mouth, busted my nose. I mean, he just really, really cold-cocked me. And I never did get a chance to get him because after the game was over, he sprinted to his locker room. You think these linebackers can't move. I mean, he ran to his locker room, and there he stayed, and I stayed out in front of his locker room with my uniform on, just waiting for him to come out. Finally, my teammates and the coaches came out and says, hey, we have to go. Our plane is waiting. We have to bus it back. Either you're going to stay here or you're going to get on the bus and go with us. I says, well, I'm staying here. I want him. I've never been hit like that before in my life. Yeah, damn, I was so upset that I didn't get him, you know. And here it is, what, 10 years later, I'm still talking about it.
Little channeled this resentment into aggressive on-field performance. The perfect rebuttal to those who ever laughed at his bow legs or questioned his capabilities.
I've always been told as a youngster that I wasn't big enough, strong enough, fast enough, or smart enough. That's the anger. All the time you being told you can't has built up so much hostility in me because I'm out to prove to you in the world that I cannot be judged by somebody else's standards. I have to be judged by my own. And I think that angers me more than anything else in the world when you tell me I cannot. Then you got yourself something to reckon with because I can.